Motherfucker. Language. No one else is going to deal with the fact that Cap just said language.
又係一條仆街冚家鏟。Yeah，仆街冚家鏟。
You said a bad language word.
Hey, how's it going everyone? This is DCH381 and today I'm truly very excited to be doing a review for this John Wick Chapter 4, Caine from Mafex. Yes, the reason why I'm so excited is because I finally have a Donnie Yen figure in a 1/12 scale. Wow. I truly love this guy as an action movie star. I love lots of his action movies. He's just awesome in all the fight scenes, especially in this particular movie. Yeah, it's called Flashpoint. You guys should truly watch this movie. It's awesome. I think he's at one of his peak time. Not to mention all the Yip Man from 1 to 4 is like my favorites. So let's check out the box. As you can see from the sticker here, I actually gotten this figure from Ami. NANI? But I'm not the one who traveled there, my wife did, so she actually helped me to buy it. So you can see that it's very good looking, and just like John Wick, this is a 1.5 figure because he just comes with a half body torso to interchange with, so I call that as a 1.5. At this side of the box we can see him in the alternate body, which unlike John, I kind of prefer him with the coat and not with this body because it kind of looks weird. From here we can see a very cool looking Caine. At the top of the box we can see John Wick Chapter 4. At the bottom we can see all the mumbo jumbo plus the stickers paid here. The back of the box is always my favorite. You can see all the cool accessories that he comes with, all the heads and pencil and the figure itself. Okay, so let's get him out. Okay, so this is Caine right out of the box, and oh my goodness, he just looks beautiful just as I have expected. Yeah, looking very nice, and once again full of plastic all over to remove this. And let's take a closer look. My, I just love the turtlenecks that he's wearing, the turtleneck sweater, and he doesn't look as bulky as John Wick when he's having his coat on, which is why I prefer this guy to be on the coat, looking even cooler. Yeah, so this is very nice, even though it's just a normal coat with a sweater inside, but he does looks good. Maybe I'm being biased because I just love this guy. And wow, just take a look at his sunglasses. This makes him looks very nice. Very classic looks of the sunglasses. And I do have one gripe though. The skin tone, I'm not sure whether it's just me. This looks very unusual color. It's like, you know, dead people skin color is like it's losing the blurs and it turns like brownish. Yeah, fortunately the face doesn't seem to have that kind of feels, but the hands does feels like dead people hands somehow. Maybe it's just me, I think. And from here you can see the shoe is very nice. It's very shiny and it does have some patterns on it. This looks pretty good. And once you take out the coats further, you can see this is again a very odd looks of it because the sweater just being cut off by the joint, so you really have to, you know, cover it like this. The back is very normal. Yeah, you do have lots of creases to make it look like a real cloth thing, and I just like that when the joint actually being the same color so that it doesn't look as obvious. Yeah, and the heads does looks very good. This is Johnny Yen right out of the movie. Yeah, it just looks exactly like him. The sculpture, the likeness, I think is all there, even though he's with his glasses, but you can still unmistakably look at it. You know, it's Caine aka Donnie Yen. Yeah, there's no mistake there. I think this is as good as you can get for a likeness of Donnie Yen. I think he'll be proud to see this figure. And next we'll move on to the articulation. I'll start with the head, so you can looks to the right, looks to the left, looking up just slightly. Yeah, just slightly looking down, I think is even better. Yep. Okay. So it doesn't have. Oh, it does have a separate neck. I'm sorry though. The turtleneck just seems like it's one piece together with the sweater, but it's not. Yeah. So you can actually move his head quite freely, and for his arm, you can go 360 degrees, but do be very careful about it. Yeah. Let's try. I believe he can, but somehow mine is kind of stiff though. Yeah, you can. Just be very careful, and from here you can see that it does have this very big butterfly joints, and it's very hard to move around. For mine seems to be stuck somehow. You just gotta adjust it accordingly. So with the butterfly joint, you can see it's a rather big movement there. Wow, when you take a look at that, it can go all the way there. Okay, and from the side view, let's see. More than 90 degrees, very good. There is no cuts on the shoulder, but you can still do a little of the swivels there. A double joint elbow, which is pretty good. And then for the hands, you can move it around, going up and down. There's a like a wrist rocker there. So for his torso, you can see there's 2-point articulation, so you can move rather freely. Don't have to worry about scratching off any pins. It's very smooth. And for the waist, yeah, you can also move very freely over there. So let's see. This guy can do a pretty good split. He's a kung fu fighter and bending backwards is slightly being obstructed by the coats. Yeah, so that's why you can only do something like this, which is not too bad already. For his leg, I believe there's a put down mechanism, so kicking forward should have no problem for this kung fu fighter. More than 90 degrees. Kicking backwards is, yeah, once again, it's quite good, but you can see this very odd looking gap because you pull it down. And yeah, it doesn't have any cuts on the thighs, but you can still do some inner swivels. A double joint knee. Oh my goodness, wait a minute, sorry guys, it's just a single joint knee. Okay, yep, so he's not going to have any Spider-Man articulations now. So for his foot, there's an ankle rocker. You can go sideways, up and down, and there's a toe hinges as well. Okay, so with the legs being pulled down, I believe okay, not too bad. Almost a perfect split there. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Okay, so this guy does have a pretty good articulation except for the single joint knee, which okay, I think that's still acceptable for now. Okay, so let's move on to the accessory, which we have lots to talk about. So I'll start with the hands as always. So it just comes with a pair of relaxed hands that's already on the figure, a pair of open palms hands, a pair of closed fist hands, a pair of closed fist hand with a tiny holes on it. I believe this is for holding on to the pencils. Another pair of closed fist hand with a bigger hole. I believe this is for holding on to his cane. It just comes with these hands. I believe it's for holding on to one of the accessories that it comes with. A pair of gun trigger hands. I believe this is for holding on to one of the handgun. Another pair of gun trigger hand because it just comes with 2 different handguns. A pair of pointing hands. Another pair of hands. I believe this is for holding on to his cane as well, or the blind man stick. Lastly, another pair of finger pointing hands. Wow, he just comes with a lot of finger pointing hands. And as for his weapon, of course, he just comes with his walking stick, which looks really good. Another walking stick whereby he has slightly pulled out the swords or katana, and this is the sword or katana that fully retracted from the walking stick. Yeah, this is the other half of it, so it seems like he has pulled it out from here. 2 different handguns, just like John Wick. In fact, this is the gun that they use for the final duel. A very delicate small pencil which only appear like 2 seconds in the movie. And he also comes with 3 of these motion sensors that he used during his fight. And this is the other half of the body with the turtleneck sweater. Yeah, looks pretty good, but I just love him looking like this more. And lastly, he just comes with this head that is without the shades. Oh my goodness, take a look at this guy. This is 100% Donnie Yen. Wow, and his eye, this reminds me a lot of
I'm one with the Force. The Force is with me. I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me.
yeah, he's the blind man in Star Wars as well. So let's do a quick comparisons. Yeah, I believe it's the exact same head, just that this one they kind of glue the shades on him. Yeah, it's the same expression altogether. And like with all the Mafex, it just comes with a standard display stance as well. And these are all the accessories that he comes with. Oh my goodness, he just comes with 10 plus one more, which is 11 pair of hands. Wow. And next we will try out some of the accessory onto the figure, and just like John Wick, it doesn't come with any of the instructions, so we just gotta be, you know, trials and error on each of the hand and see which one fits most. Yeah, this sucks, I know. Okay, so let's try with the hands. So I think the easiest one I would like to try is the one with the small hole, the closed fist hand, because I want to see, is it really that easy to, you know, slot in a pencil. Okay, and the pencil is very delicate. You just gotta be very careful not to break it. Yeah, it's very small. Let's see, try to push it in slowly. Yeah, be very gentle. Okay, so you can see that, yeah, he can hold the pencil really well. This is nice. Next, I'd like to try out the gun trigger hands. So this one is the one with the bigger hole. Yeah, the one with the bigger hole, I believe, is for holding on to this gun. Yeah, because this one do requires a bigger hands. Let's see if I'm right. Okay, yep, it fits very well. Yeah, I think this is for these hands. Okay, and the other hands, which is this one, the gun trigger hands, is for this handgun, I believe. Okay, let's try it once again. Okay, yeah, perfect fits onto this hand as well. Okay, so you can see that. Okay, so these are all what I call the trials and error. You might get it wrong, then you just try the other hands. And next, I would like to try, this is rather easy, the walking stick. Okay, it should be this one with the holes. Just slot it in, I believe. Yeah, nothing can be removed, right? Yeah, just slot it in slowly. Yeah, this is how easy it is for him to hold it on. How about holding on to this katana or these swords? I believe you can actually use one of these, maybe. Can this be removed? Nope. So going in like this, maybe. Yeah, okay, yes. It's kind of loose though. Yeah, something like this. Okay, can use one of these pointing hands to hold on to his knife as well, or you might want to use the other hands to hold on to this other side when he remove it from the sheet, something like this. Okay, yep, these are all the trials and errors. What else? Pencil. Oh, this one. Yep, this motion sensor. I believe it's this hand, this one here with a white grip. Okay, so you can actually let him hold on to this, where you look at that. Okay, can try it on both hands. Yeah, perfect fits. Okay, yep. So any more things? Nope, all the rest is, yeah, you can use it anyhow you want to. Next, I'd like to try on this half body. So basically you just need to pull it out like this. Oh, okay, the joint is also in white. Yeah, it's like matching the clothes. Okay, so just pop it back in, and unlike John, it doesn't come with a separate belt. The belt is on the pants itself, so they didn't give any extra, and then you just pop it in. Yep, as easy as that. And yeah, it's a very wide movement there with some gap, which is fine. Okay, because this sweater is supposed to be loose, so it's still okay. And you can just pop these additional heads on him, and voila, this looks pretty good. Actually, it does look pretty good even without this one. Yeah, wow. Okay, so I got a feelings that maybe some third party will make an additional leg so that you can have 2 Caine, something like Maniple. Yeah, Maniple did that before for Tony Stark. Yeah, so they might be making another leg so you can have 2 Caine. I don't mind getting another pair of legs for him. Yeah, so I love to have 2 Donnie Yen on my collections. Now I hope you'll click on the likes button if you enjoyed the review. Thank you. And let's move on to the size comparison. I start off with some Marvel Legends. I do have Logan from Deadpool and Wolverine. Oh my goodness, he looks like a hobbit next to him. And also Deadpool. And next we'll move on to some SH figures. Somehow I just couldn't resist but to link him to Star Wars. Okay, we have Luke right over here. I think they scale pretty well. And also this Kung Fu Master Bruce Lee. This is really from SH figures and he is too tiny in my opinions. And next we'll move on to some Mafex. I do have the Spider-Man 2099. Okay, slightly taller than him. As well as another Blind Man, the Daredevil. Okay, yes, he's very small as compared to these two. And next I'm going to compare him with some Mezco. I do have the Cyclops right over here, which again is much taller than him. And also the Prince of Clown, Joker. And yes, he's taller than him as well. And lastly, of course, I would like to compare him with this Mafex John Wick Chapter 4 as well. They are both from the same movie. And you can see there are some height difference between these two, which I think it looks pretty good. Okay, so for my final verdict, as you might have guessed it, yes, I would truly recommend this Caine from John Wick. As you can see, the overall look is good, the lightness is good, the accessories are great, the articulation is pretty good. Most importantly, this is Donnie Yen. So if you're a big Kung Fu fans, I believe this figure is a must-have for you. And if you're a John Wick's fan, I believe this has become even more important for you to have in your collections. So once again, I hope you enjoyed my review and I will catch you guys again in my next video. I hope you'll watch these videos before I action.